Hey everybody, Debbie Starr here, coming at you with a quick go high level formatting tip and question. So when we get people on our page, whether it's an opt-in page, where they're going to grab their freebie, or maybe you're getting them to sign up for something, here's the number one thing you need to keep in mind. You need to make it easy for them. The more friction, then there's a bigger chance of people hopping off. So what do I mean by that? If somebody has to click like 3 times just to fill out the information, especially if it's something free, they're going to just say bye-bye. So I had a question. One of my members inside of my Digital Business Academy had asked me, should we have the opt-in form right there? Should we have the button go to the next page? How should we do that? So I just want to show you inside here some options. So let me just shrink this down a little bit. Now, I am inside of Go High Level, So Funnel Gorgeous, FGF. There's lots of white labeled programs out there using high level. I am inside of the builder, and you'll notice that this is just an opt-in template. So if somebody's opting in for something free, we want it to be as simple as possible for them. And you always want to do what we call above the fold. So have that snazzy headline and that juicy image of what it is they're going to get, and the button right there. All right. So this example that you're seeing, it's got the little picture, the call out text, and then the button down here. Now, another way you could do this is, let me scroll down, you could actually embed the form, the opt-in form right here, front and center. So that's even less friction. They just know that they have to put their name and email. They can click the button. Sometimes it's not as pretty. So depending on what you're trying to do. So that's one way you can just put the form right on that section that you're building. Or in this instance, you can put a button. Now, what happens once they click the button? If you were selling something, then it makes sense for them to go to the checkout page, because then on the checkout page, you might have a testimonial. You might have another picture of what it is they're getting, maybe a few line items telling them all the benefits. But if it's a freebie, again, we want the friction to be less. So what you could do is when you click on this button over here, and depending on which version you're using here, but over here to the right, for me right now at this point, because I have the button element selected, I scroll down and then I say, what do I want to happen with that button? And I have it set for open pop-up. Okay, you could send them to another page. You could even send them to a different website if you're embedding things. But so how do I get to the pop-up? Up here at the top, you have an element pop-up settings. And the first thing you need to do is, it's just like your page. You need to add a row. Is it a 1-column row, 2-column, whatever? I am just going to click a 1-column row. And then I have to add the element. So I can click to add the element. And then over here on the left, you'll see here's my forms. If I needed to create a new form, I could do that right here. Or if I already have a form set up, I'm just going to grab a little template here. Actually, let me grab one that you can actually see a little better. So let me add the form and let me see which one. Boy, now I can't remember which one has let me try this one. Yep. Okay. So here's the form and you're good to go. Now, if we look over here to the right again, then once they click that button, what do we want to happen? Now, if you were normally you're going to take them to a thank you page. I have another video series that talks about the importance of the thank you page. Or you could just use the action from the form builder and say, thanks, we'll be in touch with you, or watch your email or anything like that. So it's that easy for that. Now, let me just say one other thing. If you're using a pop-up up here at the top, if you click the little gear, we can look at what the different options for that pop-up is. So if you create a pop-up and then later you don't want it, then over here near the bottom, you could disable the pop-up. You can also close the pop-up when clicking outside of the pop-up, which I recommend because it's a little irritating if they decide they want to go back and read something else on the page. So you could just turn that on. You can change the width of this, so you can make it full page, medium, small. I think medium is a good size. And then also show pop-up on exit. So, somebody lands on the page and you want them to see it before they're leaving, just in case they haven't signed up, you could turn that on. All right. So I'm just going to close this. So again, all kinds of things you can do in that pop-up window. You can format it. You can change the background image, all of that stuff. But the key is when you're building these opt-in forms, these pages, make it as frictionless as possible. Okay. Don't make them jump through a lot of bells and whistles. And depending on how you're building it, you might want to just embed the form or use a pop-up. Again, if it's something for purchase, you could take them to the next page. All right. I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.